The average payment right now is around $700 per month.
I believe it.
For a car, and $1,000 is becoming normal, which is really crazy if you think about it, man.
Or that Corolla,
the base Corolla,
you're paying $528.
Dude, my BMW cost less than that,
and it wasn't remotely close to being realistic. It was like $1,400 or $1,500 a month. I think I ended up paying $900 a month.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah. The system that's involved for you to buy a car, you can't even go directly to the manufacturer to buy a car. There are laws actually in place where you have to go to a dealership in order to buy a new car. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Doubt and Devotion podcast. I am your co-host, Billy G.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jared.
In today's topic, we're going to be delving into the current state of cars in the United States. It's a highly interesting topic because, pretty much everybody owns a car at this point, at least here in Florida. Now, granted, there are some states that have really good public transportation, like New York City, places where cars are really not needed. But I would say the vast majority of the country owns a car at this point.
Yeah. Look, I actually talk about this on a regular basis with clients, and it is kind of crazy to see how hard it is for people to afford cars nowadays. Like it is.
That's the problem.
It is getting very, very difficult. And my typical client probably ranges from like 18 to 25-ish.
Yep.
Obviously, we help older people too, but most of my clients are 18 to 25, I'd say, is a safe guesstimate. And just hearing the quotes that they're getting,
yes,
the interest rates that they're going to be paying,
yes,
and I actually put it into a loan calculator to see what kind of interest like they're going to end up paying over. Typically, it's a 6-year term. Sometimes they get them even longer.
Sometimes they go to 84 months.
Yeah,
yes.
So then they're paying double for the car that they shouldn't even be paying that high of a price point on, anyways.
For sure.
It's like they're getting hit from all angles.
The average payment right now is around $700 per month.
I believe it
for a car, and $1,000 is becoming normal, which is really crazy if you think about it, man.
Very crazy.
I remember in 2000, I think it was 2017 or 18. I bought a BMW 5 Series, and I paid $300.
I remember that car.
I paid $323 a month for that. A BMW 5 Series now is easily $1,000 plus.
Yeah.
Easily.
Very easily.
And this is like 10 years ago we're talking about. Not a substantially long period of time. So that just kind of goes to show not only what's going on financially with everything else, but I think cars in specific are suffering at a higher rate because we're at a point in society, especially here in Florida, where you need a car, dude. Like, you can't survive in South Florida without a car. Would you agree?
I agree 100%.
The public transportation system is horrific here.
It's not possible, I feel
worst.
like. Obviously, people do it, so I don't want to say it's not possible, but it is. I can't imagine
It's
having
not.
to do that.
It's possible.
It's not realistic, I feel like. Sustainable.
Yes, exactly. Sustainable. It's possible and sustainable are different
exactly.
things, right? A lot of things are possible. But like, dude, I remember, back in like the late 2010s, or excuse me, the early 2010s, I was taking the bus because I didn't have a car.
Yeah.
And wow. Those bus routes are like not very long. You have to like one bus only goes this way, and then another one only goes this way. I would lose my mind. And you have to get off in order to catch the one going the other way. And if you miss that, then it's an hour wait in the sun on a bench. Miserable.
Yeah, I would lose my mind.
Miserable.
And then obviously, if plan B is to get an Uber, it's going to be expensive.
Ubers are very expensive now too.
I have clients that do this on a regular basis, and I start seeing like the spendings that they're doing because they can't get a car until I actually take them through the process.
Yeah.
Which is another thing is like, think about how many options we had when we were able to say spend $20,000 in a car.
A lot.
Of new options.
Yes.
Brand new.
Of nice.
Right? My first car was a Scion TC. I think at that time was $16,000. Wow. And that was a sick car. Like
that's crazy.
It's still one of my favorite cars. It was a nice car.
Yeah.
So you had that. I feel like the Camry was in play.
I had a Dodge Ram. It was a Hemi, 2-door, 5.7 liter Hemi.
How much was it?
$23,000.
Brand new?
Brand new.
Okay. So a little over 20, but you get my point.
Still. Like, that was a nice car.
Now, okay, so let's go 25. Now, how many cars brand new?
Dude,
are there any?
I don't think they exist.
I don't think so.
I think even Mike,
Yeah.
what's a base model Corolla cost? The Corolla is.
I feel like
is,
maybe that's your only
that's
hope.
what I'm saying. The
Or
Corolla
Camry,
is
which
like
is
the
the same.
gold standard of basic.
I think
right?
I'm very impressed with the Camrys and Corollas nowadays.
Dude, I had one. I drove one for years.
I remember that,
I had a
too.
Corolla for years mainly because it was the only feasible option I had at the time that wasn't going to be a complete
But they stepped
piece
up
of
their game
garbage.
big time.
Cars.com says the base model Toyota Corolla LE is roughly $24,000.
So okay, so
See,
right at the threshold that we were
See?
talking about. But that's crazy. So you have
dude,
one,
hold on.
maybe two.
When you say base model, is that a manual transmission or an automatic transmission?
I'm guessing it's automatic. I don't think they make manual anymore.
Dude,
No.
they definitely make manual cars still.
You
I'm
mean
gonna look
you
that
mean
up, but
them specifically?
I heard
or
that they
manual
don't-
period.
Manual period.
No, stop
They
it.
definitely make manual for sure. There's people who highly
Listen, I
they
know
only go for
that there's a massive argument that they say that nowadays automatic is quicker than manual because
course it is.
they used to have that argument that stick shift was faster.
So all
depending on the
Corolla
driver.
models, all automatic.
all automatic. Okay, so automatic at 24,000.
Which again, base meaning all cloth
Ter-
seats,
yes.
probably
Zero
Exactly,
tinting.
yes.
It's going to be the low of the low.
And actually, here it says that they do have a Toyota GR Corolla, which is manual, 6-speed, starting over $40K.
wow.
Wow.
That's ridiculous in
I
itself.
can't believe that.
Right?
Yeah, usually
So,
the manuals are cheaper.
While
Yeah.
we're on this subject, that's kind of goes with the point that we're making is like cars that should not be priced how they're priced are priced crazy high. One that I want you to look up because I don't know the price off top is the Toyota Land Rover. What's it called?
No.
Land Cruiser?
The SUV, right?
Yes.
Look up the Sequoia.
Sequoia sick too, but
Yeah.
I think it's Land Runner, right?
I don't know.
They have a 4Runner, Toyota
4Runner,
4Runner.
sorry.
4Runner.
Can
Yeah.
you look that up?
Yeah, me
'Cause
and my wife test drove one.
I think
were like
they're
60
sick,
grand.
But should they be 60
Dude,
grand?
the Sequoia is like almost 100.
That's ridiculous.
It's in the 80s or 90s. I know
It's
that.
ridiculous. I feel like
For a
that shouldn't
Toyota.
that shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, so for the base
Toyota.
model 4Runner, 41K.
40. What's a Sequoia? And look, you don't see them that often, probably because who the hell is going to spend 100 grand at the Toyota dealership? Right? That's probably why you don't see them.
I'm
I see plenty
assuming-
of cars
I'm
that are worth 100
assuming
grand
so.
on the roads.
The base model SR5 starts around 64,000.
64?
Base,
that's
base
For the base.
model,
For the
though.
base. Nobody's buying
You're
it.
not gonna want that.
I
If
mean,
you're in
and
there for
trucks too. Trucks are a ridiculous price.
Yeah.
everything's ridiculous.
I know.
Everything.
Everything.
Again, especially if you want new, and I just find it so ridiculous that the younger generation's being priced out of everything, bro.
Yeah, man.
They seriously have almost no hope to be a homeowner. It's frustrating and it's scary.
tough. No,
as a father.
it is tough. It is tough. And
You
like,
know?
when you look at the car situation specifically, right? Where do we see the rise happen? The virus,
Yeah.
right?
Undeniable.
He who should not be named.
Yeah.
That is where a lot of this economic crisis really started. And blame who you want or whatever. The fact is, it happened, and now here we are, 6 years later, still very much suffering the consequences of it.
It's been going.
And
It's been on the upswing. I feel like it. Right.
it's just been continuing to get worse.
Nothing but going
Yeah, I
up.
completely agree with you. And we're at a point now where not only are the cars expensive, but the interest rate itself is also very expensive.
Matter of fact.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
where are they
Stay on that. 'Cause
Yeah. So where are they even
So
at?
can you look up the average rate for cars right now?
I'd
And then
say it's
I'm
be-
gonna plug
I'd
it
say it's
into a
gonna be
loan
7.
calculator.
I'd say it's going to be 7.
New car loan averages are 6.5 to 7%.
Yeah, see?
Used cars are 10 to 11.
Wow.
My God.
Which is what the younger generation's getting.
They're all
now
buying that, for sure.
And I got
average-
a 10% on my truck.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous, dude. So now put average rate for, 23 and under. 23 and under.
Yeah, for like
Because dude,
average
it's
credit
way
score.
higher. Trust me, I've heard the quotes. So let's just say
We're talking about
40,000.
23-year-olds,
Yeah, 23-year-old kids.
anywhere from 9 to 15%. Also depend heavily on the credit.
Yeah, and I've
Yeah.
heard higher. Trust me,
Even good credit, man. Like I have 800.
it's irrelevant nowadays.
It is irrelevant.
It's
'Cause
irrelevant.
I remember telling the when I bought my Taycan or released the Taycan, I told him my credit score is like That's great. He's like, anything over 700, you're all going to fall in the same category.
Same with my Porsche, with
You're
the
gonna find the same
GT3.
category.
He basically just laughed at me.
Yeah, he's like, who cares?
He's like,
Do you know how hard I've worked for that?
he's like,
Do you
congratulations.
understand?
Payment's the same. All right, so let's say 25 grand. Again, I'm gonna go 15% in 6 years. $25,000 loan at 15% for 6 years is $528 a month. $528 a month. That means for that Camry, it was a Camry, right? Or
Corolla.
For that Corolla,
the base Corolla,
you're paying $528.
Dude, my BMW cost less than that.
It's ridiculous.
That's
and the
crazy.
main thing is you're paying $38,000 for the car.
For the $25,000.
For a $25,000 car. Dang. That's ridiculous.
Racket.
And by the way, $25,000 nowadays is only getting you a used car unless you want that base.
Unless you want the base.
Right?
Yes, correct.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
when you buy a used car, you're buying used car problems. Okay, at least when you
Correct.
buy a new car, you're kind of covered, right? The dealership at least gives you like 2 years or a certain amount of miles. Usually when you buy a used car, man, like unless you're buying like a certified pre-owned, and even then they're only giving you like 12 months of protection. And then you're on your own, dude.
So $40,000 car at 8%. Let's say you're a little older and
Yeah,
and you're
maybe
trying to
our
get
age.
something exactly.
Yeah.
$40,000 car, 8%, 6-year term, $701 a month
That's so crazy.
for a $40,000 car. I just
$40,000.
find that ridiculous.
That is because it is ridiculous.
yeah.
And here's another aspect, right? So we have more options now. So not only do we have, new and used, we have electric and gas. And what are the differences with those?
Let's get on the electric.
Yeah,
Let's get on the
me and
electric
you,
topic.
me and you know all about the electric, okay? So I know in 2020 there was a massive push for electric. The government put out $7,500 for the tax credit.
Yep, tax
good old Biden.
incentives.
Good old Biden put out a $7,500 tax credit to incentivize the free energy, whatever. And EVs kind of blew up. I see a lot of them on the road, man. A lot. So let's start with you because you owned an EV before me. What's your experience been with the EV?
So I was really, really dumb when it came to my Tesla. Surprise, surprise, right? Poor decisions with money. I know you're surprised.
Very.
So, like you said, there was a massive push, and everyone was like talking about it. It was
save money
super
on
hyped.
gas and blah blah blah. Yeah.
I happened to be doing well with the businesses, and everything was working out. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get myself another car.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it, and I bought it when it was $140,000. $140,000. I'm talking about the model
The Plaid, right?
S Plaid. The S
top-
is the big. I don't even remember anymore.
I don't remember anymore.
The big car. I think it's Model S. Model S Plaid.
The good one. You got the good
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And then it starts, I had it for probably a little over a year, maybe.
Yeah.
Not super long.
Yeah.
And then it starts tanking. I'm panicking. I'm trying to get out of it. Luckily, I got out of it before it really, really tanked. But I got smacked, man.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I got absolutely smacked. And when you're talking about the car, listen, undeniably one of the most fun cars to drive. It's
From a speed perspective.
Everything.
Yeah.
Unbelievably fast. Just the overall experience, the driving experience was really good. The build quality on those things, piece of junk, like absolute trash. And I redid my entire interior.
I remember it looked good.
It was sick.
It was sick, yeah.
But I shouldn't have to do that on a $140,000 MSRP car. You
Yeah,
shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree.
So like I did some of the seats. I did the stitching, nothing crazy. Alcantara on the dash, and then I think it already had it on the ceiling. More money that I put into it that I ended up eating because it started crashing.
Yeah.
And other than that, like they just lie to you, I feel like. They tell you that it gets all this range and it's all BS, bro. Like I would let my car sit without being on the charger and it just plummets, bro. Like that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
If it's not in use, not in active use, and you don't have it plugged in, it shouldn't lose. Like, dude, it lost a lot. Like,
Just from sitting in your driveway?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, mine doesn't do that.
Well, neither does my Hummer.
Yeah. Mine doesn't do that.
So I think it depends on what car you're talking about. But as far as like, I got in at a horrible time and I got absolutely rocked.
Yeah, man.
And then the benefit on the Hummer is they're basically giving them away. So I leased. My biggest mistake was buying. I should have never bought. It's my own fault.
Honestly, I think
Never ever buy electric ever.
I think you shouldn't just buy period at this point. I think
You're not wrong.
I think you should
You're
just
not wrong.
lease it, period at this point. It's technically you're not your car. You give it back, okay? Stay within your miles. You give it back. You
get a new car.
Get a new car.
Yeah.
Any major mechanical issues is not on you, right?
No,
I think
you're not
buying
wrong, honestly.
At this point is retarded.
Yeah, you're not-
It's just dumb. At
You're
this
not
point.
wrong. I think that might have always been the case, if I'm honest, though.
Well, you know what my strategy for a long time was buy used. Okay,
Same.
This is when the rates were,
Yeah.
not that bad. I'd buy 2 years used. That way, somebody leased it and I got their lease, right? It was 2 or 3 years old. I
Yeah.
got their lease.
The
I got it
loaner
at a
car or
crazy
whatever it's
reduced
called.
cost.
Yeah.
Usually certified pre-owned. Came with, my BMW had a couple problems. I had a Mercedes E-Class. God, I wish I didn't get rid of that car. I love that car. That was certified pre-owned. Loved that car. I had a Porsche Macan GTS, still have it. And then, like you, I bought an electric car. So I got a Porsche Taycan, the Sport Turismo hatchback. I saw it on the lot.
You
I
were
was-
obsessed with it, so
I was
let's see.
like,
I want to
man,
hear about this.
Man, I just couldn't keep my eyes off it. I was like, that is the coolest looking car I've ever seen. So we strike a deal. And I'm so dumb because I didn't really understand the electric thing. So Porsche, they give you a home charger that comes with your car, okay? And it comes with a plug for like a 110 outlet, and then it gives you an adapter for a 240 outlet. So I go home and I plug it in the 110. and the thing says to me that my car will be charged in 5 days. 5 days.
Just be patient with us.
Yeah,
We're
and
working
I
on
was
it.
like, what? And then I realized, okay, I need a 240
Yeah, you
outlet,
need a specific
right? Okay,
outlet.
so the horrible thing was I was renting at the time. So I'm like, I can't alter this person's this person's place. So I started to use the charging stations. What a nightmare. Nightmare. Loved the car. I was obsessed with the car. Fast. I've looked it up. It's the best EV you can buy is the Porsche Taycan. It is. God, using the charging station was the bane of my existence, bro. Like everywhere you go, there was only 4 of them. They were always packed.
Yeah.
2 of them were broken. Okay.
People don't know how it operates, so they don't know how to wait their turn.
Yes,
it's
and like
chaotic.
you have to park in the spot in a certain way for your plug, right? And you have people backing out and going in. You don't know who's coming or who's going.
There's no organization.
There's zero. It is
It's
terrible.
really bad.
It is terrible. And like, dude, there was one time I looked down and it said 0 miles, and I'm like, I'm done. You're cooked because what happens when you run out of charge?
Well, I
gotta
think most
tell
of them
it.
have a reserve though.
You do- Okay, I
Like
mean,
it'll go to 0, and then I have
a little
I have a
charge?
crazy experience on that.
Yeah,
so,
I'd like to know because
Yeah.
I was like, I'm cooked. I'm gonna have to get towed, and I ended up barely making it to the charging station. So, but I will say, now that I have the home charger,
I was gonna say, what about now? Yeah.
so I have the home charger now. Honestly, man, if you have the home charger, it's not bad at all. Okay, I pay $0 for gas. I haven't really noticed anything different in my electric bill. I would say the only downside to my car is the range. Only gets about 230 miles. So
That's as much. My Hummer gets more than that.
yes. So, and this is a dual battery. Now, it's probably because it is a performance car.
Yeah, it's fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to drain that battery, and I drive like that's a
Yeah.
performance car. Yeah. So I believe that plays a role in it. So I would never trust it to go outside of the city. Like I probably would never even go north of Palm Beach.
Listen,
like dead serious.
while on that subject,
Yeah.
I made the mistake of taking the Tesla when I had it with 2 of my largest people I know in my life. My boy Ryan, he's a big fella, and at the time, Brandon, another big fella, and me,
Yep.
pretty big fella,
Yep.
all 230 plus,
Right.
like plus.
So we got like 700 pounds in the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus all our golf equipment.
Oh, no.
When I tell you that we had to stop, I don't even know how many times on the way to Orlando, because in reality, in a Tesla, you should only have to, I don't think you would have to stop at all, right?
No,
because it
you
was,
shouldn't.
yeah.
It's 180 miles.
We had to stop, I want to say 2 minimum, maybe 3 times to charge.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's terrible.
And that, again, like I get it. Like it had aftermarket rims. That plays a factor.
It does.
And then
the aerodynamics, it plays.
I loaded it with people, but that to that extent, you know what I mean? Like
it shouldn't, man.
Doesn't make a ton of sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But and here's the thing too, the EVs are not like some sort of deal. Like they're expensive, dude. Like you're paying more money most times for the EV.
So the Hummer, they're giving away, dude.
Oh well, because
$102,000 MSRP. I pay $1,000 a month for the lease.
yeah,
It's pretty good, man.
it is pretty good,
Right?
Yeah.
One in 102, that would be like at least 14, 15, I
Yeah.
assume, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that it's brand specific. Trust me, they ain't giving the Taycan away. I promise you that, bro. Like,
No.
they ain't
Yeah,
giving that
of
one away.
course.
Like, if anything, they're upgrading it every year. I've been watching. The new 2026 is disgusting.
They look sick. I love how they
Sick.
look.
Sick car, man. Like, Porsche has done very well with the EV market, but what I'm more so talking about is like the people who buy like the EV Chevy Equinox or like the EV Ford F-150. Like they're getting smacked over the head for no reason. For no reason. To have less efficiency, to have a car that is going to cost you a lot of money in the long run, okay? Because as these batteries go out, you're talking a pretty penny. Even with my car, man, I brought my car in to get fixed because I got in a small fender bender outside of my neighborhood. And the guy fixing my car was like, "You lease this, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Good. These batteries, $50K a piece, $20K to install them. Chucking $70K a battery, and I have 2 of them."
Really?
Yes. So he's like, if you ever get another Taycan, you have to lease. Always lease, always lease.
Again, anything electric, I'm not buying. Man.
Never, dude.
Yeah, it's such a big mistake.
Never.
Yeah.
But but what I'm trying to say too is the money aspect of it. It's not like it's some deal that you're getting. You know, I think people maybe were looking at that aspect of it in the very beginning, like, oh, EV's a little cheaper. I'll save on the gas.
You do have to factor in gas. It's a major difference.
It is. It is a humongous difference.
I don't know what people pay on gas. I haven't had.
Dude, it's so funny. People complain about gas prices. I have no clue.
Same.
No clue.
So, Mike, how much do you pay a month in gas, roughly?
And he's got a truck for context.
I got a 30-gallon Tundra, about maybe 300 a month.
300.
That's honestly not too bad.
No,
I also don't drive crazy.
crazy
My work
amount.
is only a couple
I mean,
miles
dude,
away.
when I had
See, that's like me.
when I was driving the Macan, I mean, I was paying easy $400 a month, 100,
Really?
100 a week, definitely. I mean, I'm going from Margate to Boca. Margate
It does
to
cost
Boca.
right now $125 to fill up.
Dang. Cray.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the Hummer, I actually don't have any complaints about now. I don't know if you recall.
I do recall.
It was in the shop.
Yeah.
It was like 3 months old. It was in the shop for just as long as I had it.
Yeah.
I'm not over exaggerating.
Yeah.
And at first they sent me in this crappy Impala, and I'm like, nah, dude, if you're having my car for this long, you need to give me another Hummer. And
For
they finally
sure.
did. And then I stopped complaining. I'm like, okay, I got reimbursed for my payments.
Yep.
And I just drove
Same.
their car, you know what I mean? Less
Same thing happened to
miles.
me.
And
Same thing
I
happened to me.
didn't mind.
My car was in the shop for 3 months with Porsche. They were waiting for a port that the electric plug
Same.
goes
I feel like
into.
they just make stuff up, bro.
Dude, they paid
I'm
me,
serious.
They paid me 10 grand cash. Sent me a 10 grand check.
Excuse me?
As an I'm sorry. Yes. God is my witness.
Clip that. I'm calling GM. calling GM tomorrow.
I called Porsche and complained. I was like, you guys gave me this like base model Cayenne to drive while my very nice, expensive car has been sitting in your shop for 3 months. I'm paying the lease payment on it, which is not cheap.
Oh, okay. So you made it sound a little different.
Well, no, they paid me more
They
than what
reimburse
my
you for
lease
your
was.
payments.
Yeah,
which is the right thing to do.
Yeah, but it was still more than what my lease payments were for those.
No, that's
Yeah,
sick.
it was
But
nice.
that's how you should handle that
Dude,
situation.
that's what I'm saying. Like after that, I was like,
Classic.
you guys are awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Classic.
You guys are great. Yeah.
Interesting.
So we talked about the average income, right? So the average income was what? It was like
I think you said just under 60. If
it
I
was
want
just under 60, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it was
Call it
64 to
60.
72, like in between that.
Okay, so let's call it 65. What is that per month? Yeah,
75. You said
65.
65.
Yeah, like what is that per month?
About 5,400 a month.
5,400 a month. So that's before taxes.
That's right.
Okay,
I was gonna say call that
you're-
$3,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say so you're really talking 4,500 a
About
month.
45 probably.
Yeah, about
After
45.
taxes, insurance.
Yeah, for
whatever.
sure. Depending on your job.
Yeah.
So let's say 4,500. I mean, dude, if you're spending 700 on a car, and not even a great car at that, you're spending a massive chunk of your money.
And that's
on
just
that.
your car payment.
and that's just your car payment.
right. So after that, gas. So gas is probably another $400 a month.
Yeah.
Your insurance is probably $200 to
Depends on you,
300,
bro.
some
How
are
bad
even
of a driver
higher.
are you?
yeah.
Yeah, it depends on you.
So call it another couple hundred.
Just to get around.
It's almost eating up.
And what's crazy too, man,
40% of your
is there
paycheck.
the system
Ridiculous.
that's involved for you to buy a car. You can't even go directly to the manufacturer to buy a car. There are laws actually in place where you have to go to a dealership in order to buy a new car. The only people who can circumvent this are the people who have licenses for auctions. Those are the only people. It's such a racket the way it is done. And think about the process of buying a car. It is the worst. Worst.
It's brutal.
Terrible.
Brutal. No matter how much you tell them, like you could give them a heads up, like, hey, I'm gonna come in and get a car today. Let's have everything ready and prepped. I don't want to be there all day.
8 hours.
Guess what?
8 hours.
8
baby.
hours.
Yeah.
You
for
might have
sure.
shaved off 1 or 2 hours, but your
Yeah.
whole day's gone.
Miserable.
There's a couple people that are trying to kind of revolutionize it, though.
Really? Like
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how it's going, but I know that there's a few apps that are supposedly.
Was your Tesla a similar experience? Because
Tesla was actually super smooth.
I was gonna say I heard that's the only one who does things a little different.
I had a connection that got me to jump the line.
Okay.
I don't care about saying that anymore. Yeah, so I basically just got one as soon as I decided I wanted one. I paid
Yeah.
the guy like $250
Yeah.
to cut the line, which I feel like a douchebag about now, but it's gone. And that was it. I bought the car. I had it within like 2 days of deciding I wanted it.
Oh wow.
And I didn't have to do anything. They delivered it to me.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that was nice.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But yeah, I feel like I find it a little crazy that they haven't revolutionized the experience.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
That's what I'm saying too. Why is it that we're still buying cars the same exact way?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It's been around for
it's
how
all a
many
mental
years?
game. Granted, it's all a mental
Yeah,
game.
it's mental warfare. They want
to break you
They want you to
down.
crack.
Yes, they want to come in and go, this is what we're gonna do. And it's up to you to be like, nah, like this is what we're gonna do. And like
It's-
you gotta go back, well, it's just stupid.
It is
Why?
crazy, man. And I
Why?
hate those games. And I
I
remember
hate that game too, man.
I remember when I was going to get my A7. This was like my first nice car that I
Yeah.
bought for myself.
Yep.
And I remember I walked in after this was client first days. So when I first got in the industry, I was in gym clothes. Like didn't look
Yeah.
impressive at all.
Yeah,
I
they
was,
probably
I was
just were
young.
like- yeah.
I was young, and I remember I got so irritated. I went for the test drive. That guy was cool, but then he sent out his manager, some old English guy, and he just gave me a price that he knew like was ridiculous, like being super disrespectful. He's like, "Oh, well, here's the deal, mate. It's gonna be $1,400 a month." I know that's probably a very bad accent, but that's how he spoke.
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's gonna be $1,400 a month," and just something ridiculous. And I end up walking out.
Yeah.
And he knew I was pissed. He knew I was pissed, but he didn't believe that I could buy it.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to Coconut Creek, and days later they call me.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite phone call ever. My favorite phone call ever.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why don't you call Coconut Creek and ask them how the purchase went? And I just hung up because it's so disrespectful. You just
Yeah.
assumed that I couldn't afford it, and I'm
Yep.
just like window shopping.
You're just gonna hit you over
Yeah.
the head. Yeah.
And it wasn't remotely close to being realistic. It was
Yeah.
like $1,400 or $1,500 a month. I think I ended up paying $900 a month
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And just that kind of sets things in perspective. $900 for an Audi A7.
Yeah.
Which, I think it was like 85, 90 grand MSRP.
Yeah.
And now what did we say? 40 grand was $700 nowadays.
Yeah.
And I think that was 8% rate.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, that is insane. I mean, look, unfortunately, there's no solution to this right now other than I think leasing. Okay, lease when you can.
I don't think
always.
buying smart.
Lease for everything right now. And obviously, trying to stick within your budget as best as you can. We're going to delve deeper into some finances. I think that'd be a good topic to discuss. Granted, Jared is not the best with his finances.
Listen, I know stuff. I just
he's
don't
a very
listen to it.
successful guy.
I just don't
let that
listen
fool
to
you.
it. I know stuff. I teach my clients all the time. No, I do agree. I think there's a lot of, especially young adults, that don't understand super basic stuff.
No,
even
I
about the
agree with you, man.
qualifications of getting a mortgage.
I agree with you.
They don't. So I agree. I think
Or basic like saving, like how to balance all of your bills to have savings at the end, and what do you do with said savings? You know what I mean? Like that is I think the number one thing that could help somebody who is maybe just starting to make good money, or even if you're not making good money and you're just starting to make money, period. Like learning how to balance your own budget is crucial.
Agreed.
Absolutely crucial.
But that's part of the issue. Like you said, and I don't disagree with you. You said you should lease the cars, but if you are a young adult and you don't have credit, you're not going to be able to get into a lease. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like certified pre-owned is going to be your next best bet.
Yeah, I mean, look, as you're coming up as a young person, like generally you're buying hoopties, and like you ride that hoopty out, man. Like shout out to my buddy Corey Kubica, man. He rode hoopties for like most of his early 20s, and he was making good money at Blackstone. And then finally, now he's driving a nice brand new Corvette.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Smart.
He's a smart kid. Bought a house first, like did it the right way. Like he's a rare exception for his age range, of people who had their head on their shoulders and figuring out money as early as possible.
That's that's something I wish I did have.
Me too.
I don't,
stupid.
man. I've gotten so much better with like
I mean, I do
the
now.
cars and stuff. I'm much better, but I'm still a work in progress. So yeah, we should have that.
We're gonna
we should have that conversation.
So thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, say something, say anything.
Yeah, let's get some interaction, guys.
Just a little
let's
bit
get
of
some interaction going.
Just share it with somebody. Like, hey, check out these guys' podcast. Watch it for like 3 or 4 minutes. That's really all we need from you, and you can leave. Just joking. Stay till the end. If you stayed this long, you're goated. Thank you very much. See you next episode.
Thank you, guys.